Hey, good deal. Welcome to the, let some people get in here. See, maybe we won't get anybody, but welcome to the Rook and the Kid mission statement. It's the first time going on YouTube Live for the Rook and the Kid podcast. So I'm the Rook.
I'm the Kid.
Welcome in.
I was only promised that if we did this, that we'd go on Omegle after. So we're going to try to speed this up because I'm trying to get on Omegle.
We figured once we did one of these, we'd actually get like a Twitch stream or something like that. But, you know,
all else fails, we'll go to Omegle and figure it out there. So
we watched Nelk Boys last night and we were like, okay, you know, this is it. One video and we pop.
You know, shout out to Nelk Boys. They're a fantastic group. Happy Dad's a very great beer. And we're looking forward to trying to do something like that. You know, we're trying to, expand our brand and, give y'all entertainment. And, we appreciate feedback, honest views, anything, We just want to hear what y'all want to say. And then,
Definitely, yeah. All right, we really wanted to talk about, and I believe this is going to be up for people to see after it's done. That way, nobody can catch it tonight. We know it's late. It's 9 o'clock. People got jobs in the morning.
Dollar beers
tonight as well in College Station. Brother's got the wedding. He's planning, working in 9 to 7 jobs. So, blue collar work, working car hard. Repping a little bit of the brand today. Some Panola gear, former JUCO. That actually has stuff to do with what we want to do in the future. There's a couple of guests we want to bring on for you guys that'll entertain you guys. We wanted to talk about who we are because a lot of people are probably just confused out of their minds right now. But what even is this? The Rook and the Kid, like TRAK?
Well, you're the Rook and I'm the Kid. What else is there to explain?
What else is there to explain? If you work with us, if you know us, you know I'm the Rook and that's the Kid. It ain't Rook or Kid. It's the Rook and the Kid.
Don't forget the.
Don't forget the. A lot of people are saying that word is frowned upon now in modern day politics, but I identify as somebody who says the. So,
we just started.
We're gonna get nitty gritty right into it. We just started.
You can't do this every time we go live or anything. We have to get a better system going. Sorry, guys. It's, first day on the job.
We want to, so our identity on all of our social media websites is, we're all things sports, entertainment, and betting. And people probably don't, it's pretty broad statements. People really don't know exactly what that actually means. Your first thought is probably to say, oh, that's part of my take. Somebody already does this. No, we're not literally looking to be like anyone else. We're trying to be extremely genuine and authentic and different than the rest. Now, those dudes are hilarious. The NFL script shit that they came out with the other day, dude. If you follow my Twitter, I've retweeted a couple things on there that have been pretty funny in my opinion. All things sports. What do we mean? We're trying to put a little spice of comedy in there. We're trying to be unique and in a way where we can explain sports from a different perspective that nobody else gives. Diving deep into what does this actually mean? What does this rumor could mean? What does it mean? How does it pertain to the past events that may have happened? NFL raid has been a big one. It's probably going to be a big joke going forward because I personally always thought that NFL has been rigged, especially the Dallas Cowboys fans, which we both are.
Yeah.
That is one thing we also want known is that we are 2 Dallas Cowboys fans, and that's going to be one of the heart and souls of our podcast. And we know we have a lot of listeners out there who are Dallas Cowboys fans. So that's going to be the heart and soul of it's going to be the engine starter of our operation.
Go Dak.
Yeah, right. That's going to be the sole reckoning of this podcast is getting in heated debates about Dak Prescott with the Kid here. Wait till we get into a heated debate about Dak Prescott and Tony Romo. That'll be a fun episode. Could be the next one, so join in. Entertainment. What do we mean? People are probably like, oh, they're just trying to be entertaining. No, we're trying to talk about movies, series.
Well, yeah, we are. We're trying to be entertaining.
Well, not just that, yeah.
Well, I mean, we want to be entertaining,
That's the last thing we want is people to actually laugh and have fun in our podcast. We want people to have a straight face sometimes.
Well, we're not funny, so we'll probably succeed at that. So,
We're dumbasses apparently.
Hey, wait, hold up, time out. Before we go any further, what do y'all think of that haircut?
Are we all thinking the fade?
That's also why we went live, so we can show off my haircut. Hold up. Come on. Shout out Francis.
Man, that boy looked like Punisher.
I look like Dougie P, bro. Come on.
Come on, son. Had to go across the street because the icy versus the 4.0 cuts. Get that haircut by Bridget. What's her name? Francis.
Where the hell did you get Bridget from?
Bridget. Sounds like a. So we have an ADP entertainment segment, which we usually like to do on the podcast or whatever. And we covered movies in the first podcast, specifically Star Wars. Figure we start off with some heat. Everybody loves Star Wars. If you don't, it's probably isn't the podcast for you. But we still got other stuff that you could be interested in. We don't want to eliminate anybody from the audience. Series. We got a lot of good series coming up. That's the Deep, otherwise known as The Peak. And you got The Homelander. So if you guys watch The Boys on Amazon Prime Video, that's probably our favorite TV show. Completely out of pocket. So
so when we dressed up as Homelander and The Deep, people are coming up to me and saying, The Peak.
The Peak.
And, throughout the night, I'm just listening to this, and then I go up to Jared, I'm like, are they just talking shit about me? I was like, who the fuck's The Peak?
He said, what they calling you? He's like, it's loud in there. The Peak, bro. They're calling me The Peak. I'm like, bro, that's, oh, shoot, I forgot to tell you, bro. That's like the main deal about The Deep on Instagram memes and everything. They call him the peak of all memes.
I was about to take my gills and just slap him across the face if I kept getting called The Peak. I didn't know what they were doing. I thought they were just talking shit. I was wearing a costume.
You have to take that octopus off the midsection.
Yeah, I mean, I was, as a grown man being called The Peak, I'm wearing a costume. Like, yeah, I was.
Bulges showing. We're walking around with our cheeks out.
I wore 2 pairs of underwear and, still didn't do anything. And, yeah, grown men should not be wearing costumes, so I don't know why we did that, but.
Hey, you gotta know how to have fun somehow. Now, we did not belong on Northgate. That's the one thing. When we were on Northgate with those costumes, it was like hell on earth. I thought I was left behind in the rapture, basically. I was like, oh God, what are we doing here? I don't belong. And then we got to a party afterwards where we played chess and checkers one night. But we felt more involved there because everyone else was dressed up. There's some social media events and reactions we also want to go off of, back to our entertainment deal and what it means. Everything on social media is popping right now, and social media is becoming basically real world. But our goal is to be real world within ourselves. We want to feed off of each other about what we say and do, because our friendship or our brotherhood is.
Yeah, we're not friends.
It's authentic. So we're not friends.
And, we have a true passion for stuff like this, talking sports, kind of shooting the shit. We like doing stuff like this. And, we like to think of ourselves as some kind of funny guys. We got a couple of funny stories. We'll bring those stories more on as we go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we got
some good ones.
We got some friends coming in, maybe shoot a little couple stories from the weekend on Monday, Tuesday, something like that. But, yeah, we're just trying to show the passion we have, especially when we talk sports, especially Cowboys and stuff like that. So
we might have Cuzzo come on the podcast.
Cuzzo, that's our medical guy right there.
That's our official medical guy. We're excited to have him on, and we're excited to have my older brother Ryan. He's going to be joining, which y'all get to hear the knowledge that he can present, stuff like that. He's entertaining as well. We're going to start small with guests, and we're going to continue to grow, and that's part of the future growth that we want to incorporate.
And then maybe we have a few people want to be guests. We can't bring everybody on at once. Maybe we'll have a little raffles. We got a little competition.
We got a little competition.
Maybe a little trivia going. Ask a question.
Participation would be big too.
Yeah. So someone whoever gets it right gets to get on the show, and everything's welcome too. If you come on our show and you want to leave us comments, we want to interact with y'all.
Yeah.
You can
That's what
criticize.
feels
Yeah. You can criticize us. You can go back and forth. Like we want that. We want to be like, and those of y'all who are here, in the beginning, like we do appreciate you. We will.
that little one number on the top right there. We will remember who that is.
Yeah. Well, we know who you are. And yeah, we appreciate y'all taking time out of y'all's day to even look at our accounts, even check out the video, just stuff like that. We do appreciate it and we see it, and we're blessed that y'all are giving us opportunity to show our passion for this and all that.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming. Last year. Last year, I began a gig at my high school where I was able to do play-by-play announcing for football, and we got some excellent reviews. And we were able to increase sponsorship by 3 different companies, and I don't have the numbers list. I'm still waiting to receive that, but that's besides the point. It felt so natural to me, and I said I've got to do something within this genre. If I want to be happy, if I want to have fun, and I want to be passionate about something that I do, and this is exactly it. So a lot of people say, and they say, we want to do a podcast. We never really get around to it. And I said, I met with this guy, thanks to, shout out to Amanda Jones at high school, Sean Bajani. And he was able to give me some mentoring and point me in the right directions. And we found out StreamYard, which is what we do our podcast on, which right now we're on the free plan. We are hoping to expand into premium plan. That way we can do unlimited streaming. Give
that takes money.
Which takes money.
So we're about to take a little piece out of my bank account. It's gonna hurt for a little bit. I'll get over it.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
Adversity, something we can all, me and him, know a lot about, especially in our rich and spoiled lives.
I love being spoiled and rich. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, a little sacrifice is needed. We're looking to get an upgraded equipment. We want to get a camera so that we can have both of us on the same screen at once. That way we can incorporate more screens and more guests and invite more topics into each episode of the series. This is something we have goals for the end of the year. We have goals for 2 or 3 years down the line. And, those will kept treasured to us. But we got some really exciting content for you guys. And each and every episode that we do is only going to get better. Our viewers are only going to grow, and we are committed to this. This is not a joke. This isn't a stunt. This isn't a Finsta account. This is nothing like that. This is for real. This is something that we're putting a lot of hard work in, and so that's why we appreciate you guys so much. It's kind of lift off.
Are Finstas still a thing?
Apparently, I'm pretty sure 75% of college students below the age of 20.
What are we? The Pilgrims or what?
I don't know.
Who uses a Finsta?
They have the times, bro. I don't know what's going on. I mean, you'll find them every now and then. You got that new feature on Instagram. It's like new to Instagram. It's some girl, and it's like they're not all girls. Some of the guys are on there, but I don't know what that is. But I used to have one. I will admit. But yeah, that one's long gone. Where are we located at on social media platforms? This is a big one. This is the one I probably posted about 38 billion times in 23 minutes. But it's in the comments section below. We're on Instagram at TRAK.pod in all caps. We're on TikTok we got the reverse. TikTok, we're on TRAK.pod, all caps on TikTok. We've got Instagram, TRAKpod. Twitter, the TRAKpod. We're on all social media platforms except Facebook, because Zuckerberg can kiss my butt. But we'll figure out a way to get on Facebook eventually.
We're working on it.
We're
talking to our media crew and all this. And by the way, the media crew is just us two. We're gonna figure it out.
Or that bad boy up there.
Yeah.
I don't think he types though.
You think the Mahomes is the greatest quarterback alive?
Good answer. You think he's not? That's a better answer.
Good talk. Anyways,
Yeah, we're trying to get on as many social media platforms as possible so that you guys can reach us on all platforms. We know Twitter is probably the toughest one to grow because a lot of people have had an exodus from Twitter, but Twitter is a wild place.
It's getting cleared out by the day.
Yeah, and we intend to be wild on Twitter with our accounts. We've already been, I don't know why, I can't figure it out. We've already been locked 3 times, which I think it's because Elon Musk thinks we're like a bot or something, but Elon Musk is probably an alien, so hindsight's 2020.
Hindsight is 2020. Yeah, hindsight is 2020.
Woo!
Elon get a kick out of that. Elon get a kick out of that.
Yeah, Elon will see that and he'll be
He'll
like,
get a kick out of that.
yeah, Mr. Tweet.
Mr. Tweet.
Yeah, I'm Mr. The Rook, Mr. The Kid.
Mr. The Kid.
I gotta tell you, the title was easy, and it wasn't even really us that came up with it. It was you guys. I mean, people we work with, people we have encountered. It's like, oh shoot, that's the kid. Oh shoot, that's the Rook. What's up, JB? It's like, oh no, it's the Rook. I'm like, oh, respect, because I'm wearing pink. I'm wearing a vest, wearing cinch, whatever it may be. You're representing the top G, might I say? But you're a Sigma.
I try to provide and take care of those around me. I still have a couple of things I need to do, but
a nurturer, provider, protector.
Provider.
He's a warrior. He's gonna die for his family. I'll die for my brothers. Yeah, so we have a plan, and I think that should be announced because a lot of people are thinking, oh, they probably have no direction. They probably have no idea where to go. We have a list of about a dozen future sponsorships that we are targeting currently, and that is long down the road.
It takes time. We know it takes time. We know this is not going to be one of those things that we just make an account and then we're we're big. Yeah, we understand that, and there's people looking at us like, oh, what are these guys? Who do they think they are? Everybody thinks it's crazy until you do it, and we're just using that as motivation. And at the end of the day, even if it doesn't get big, we enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun, and it's like you said, a passion, and we're gonna keep trying to improve. And
yeah, we're gonna get more fluent. We're gonna get more entertaining. We're gonna be a lot more sporadic and out of pocket, and that's one of the things that we have in our bios, that we want to be an out of pocket experience. Something that you won't expect what the kid is going to say. You're not going to expect what the Rook is going to say. Most of the time, it's going to be the kid. I mean, it's out of pocket. That's why we call him Opie.
Yeah, I got a low filter on it. Low.
An important thing is this: we want to start out with local support, support from you guys, support from our former coworkers, friends that we've hung out with in the past and stuff like that, and we still want to be friends in the future. You guys are going to get a piece of the pie. We are going to remember you. We're going to appreciate it, and anything counts. Honest feedback, telling us ideas for our podcast, saying, oh, you should say this time, or you should do this segment for your ADP section, which is one of our entertainment sections if you've watched the podcast. Where do we want to be located wise? We're Dallas fans. We love the True Brand hat, in which we are no way affiliated with. We love the True Brand hat, which is one of our future target sponsors. I've already bought 4 or 5. I have a buddy of mine. Shout out to Alti Champagne Zaddy.
Yeah, Champagne Alti, baby.
That dude has probably 35 of those hats.
And you wonder why they're always out of stock is because of that guy. That is the reason why they are always out of stock.
The only reason why you can't buy your navy suede True Brand hat, that's because he already ordered 4 of them. But shout out to him. Hopefully he can be a guest on our podcast in the near future. He's a great, energetic guy. But we want to be located in Dallas. That's kind of what we want to get our own studio. We want to be a part of the city of Dallas. I think we belong there, even though none of us have ever actually lived there. Yeah. But we want to be. We've always wanted to be.
We belong. Yeah, we belong there. It's
buddy, we belong there in our hearts, not physically, but we want to be physically. Well. Chuckster. Hey everybody, welcome to NBA. As you can see, I'm joined by Chuckster and Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Where'd you get Rodriguez from?
The Sandlot. Dumbass. What do we need from you guys? We really don't need anything. What we want from you guys is honest feedback. We want y'all to engage. the kid mentioned earlier. We want you guys to talk about it. We want you guys to tell your friends about it. We want you guys to, watch 10, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. They're all labeled on StreamYard, each segment. And we'll announce each segment as we go on. Chad, water is not wet. It is not wet. It's water. I got a better question for you. Is a hot dog or a sandwich?
Yes, please answer me that real quick. I really need to know.
Is a hot dog or a sandwich? Better be the right answer. We'll get to that in a second.
Go ahead and talk. I'll monitor this. Is a hot dog or a sandwich? Hot dog. Let me ask this one more time. Is a hot dog a hot dog or a sandwich? What do you do with the hot dog?
What do you do with a hot dog? Also, shout out to Chad Ani, tight end at Stephen F. Austin University, FCS rival school, Sam Houston State. He's doing a great job over there. We want him to be a future guest on this podcast as well. Talk a little college athletics.
You eat it like a hot dog. You just eat it.
You eat it, but you eat it. If you eat it like a hot dog, that's sort of gay, which is fine. But I eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. It doesn't matter if it's a hot dog or a sandwich. You just eat it.
Just eat it. Damn, bro.
Glad we got that clear. Thank you for participating. We want to
Can
know.
we disable comments now? Let's just disable it. You just ruined my mood over here. Yeah.
Nobody gets that question right. We want to know you guys' non-interest and interest. We want to know, okay, we actually don't really like, this is part of the honest feedback part, we actually don't really like what y'all say when y'all do this portion of the podcast. We want to know, what gets y'all going? What do y'all want us to talk about? Do y'all want us to talk about the new Zendaya series that might come out? Do you want us to talk about Bailey Zimmerman? Do you want us to talk about Morgan Wallen? Star Wars, Star Trek, Toy Story? We don't care. If you guys want us to talk about it, we will talk about it. And we'll give y'all an out-of-pocket experience about it. And we want to see if y'all give us questions, in comment sections in our live streams. Hey, what about this? What if Aaron Rodgers goes to this place instead of the Jets, which we confirmed in our podcast, wherever it may be. Like anything you can think of, engage. We love engagement. So, what do you call a sandwich? A sandwich, you just eat it. You don't call it anything. It's food. You just eat food.
Yeah, just eat it.
Just eat it. I don't understand what the issue is. What are they teaching you over there?
Anyway, continue.
Well, we're just about done wrapping up. We're starting to get some viewers now. I kind of went through my whole spiel, but we're dropping our next podcast maybe tomorrow morning. If not, we've got some buddies coming into town to hang out with us and talk shop. But tomorrow or maybe beginning of next week, we can drop an episode that we can get some more information of breaking news and stuff like that.
Chad, yes, we are going to do multi-sports. We'll be talking about, baseball season's coming up, March Madness, NBA, it's going on, All-Star break's about to happen, and then, it'll pick up with the playoffs. We are going to talk about multi-sports, and we're going to make sure we're on top of all that and all the news, all of it's big sports news. We're very passionate about all sports, not just Dallas Cowboys football or NFL and all that. So we're going to continue to show you all our passion.
Yeah, if you've watched our podcast and you've watched all the way through, if you've watched the specific segment about the Cowboys in both of our podcasts, it's the longest segment we have in there. We're deeply passionate about the Cowboys, and our most in-depth discussions are probably going to come from, especially when it pertains to like Dak Prescott, because he's one of the leaders of the team. He's a big, correspondent of the organization and stuff like that. We're going to get into long segment debates. What do you say? I got this wrong. I want to address this. I got this wrong in the podcast, and shout out to Kamish for the Corpus Christi fantasy group chat. It is not Bijan Robinson, it is Bijan. And I promise I know what I'm talking about, but I did not know that that's how you spell or pronounce his name. Apologies. What do you think?
Turner, I believe, sorry.
It's Turner.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. If Mike McCarthy is calling plays and we do not sign Tony Pollard in the offseason, we are going to draft a running back. I don't know if it'll be Bijan. I don't know if he'll be on the board. Uh, yeah, because he's already going to, there's a couple of teams that might trade up for him. There's not a lot of running backs like him coming out in the draft. They're calling him the next Saquon, maybe even better. The Cowboys shouldn't draft a running back in the first round, but if they were to draft him, more the merrier. We got to figure out that Z contract and see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Bijan will make it as far as the 26th overall pick in the first round. I really think that if the Cowboys do anything, and we talked about it already, but I think if they don't stay put, which I really don't think they're going to do, they'll probably trade back into the second round, and they'll get a more high-value pick for what they need. So I think what will happen is they can get a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs from Alabama. They can get a guy like Deuce Vaughn from Kansas State later in the draft, which is kind of like a short stout Darren Sproles, Eckler running back, could be a scat back. I think we've already made the mistake of drafting that first round running back, and it's not a mistake. It's just we might have reached on him. We could have got Ramsey, could have got someone else instead of Zeke. But Zeke's been ran into the dirt, and so the new age of football is committee backfields and paying your running back less than what over their worth, and having that flexibility because we've already paid our quarterback, Dak Prescott, a lot of money. And we're talking about contract extensions with him. Those things limit your capacity to expand your roster. And so when you're drafting, you got to make sure you find fresh legs, weapons, stuff like that. So I think they trade back, maybe go for a wide receiver like Tank Dell or Jalen Wyatt out of Tennessee. Tank Dell's from Houston, and maybe Jahmyr Gibbs. If they trade in front of their pick currently, I don't know who they're going to give up, but I think they're going to go after a guy like Zay Flowers or Jordan Addison, Jordan Addison out of USC, like a top tier wide receiver, I think, to get Dak under what? What does that say? Is there any defensive players that the Cowboys should prioritize in drafting? You know what? The names are just not coming up. People are still declaring for the draft. There's some big time. What we need is, and we've talked about this, as a D lineman. We need
interior. That's why the Cowboys' rush defense hasn't been the best the last couple of years. Their pass rush is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But their run defense is always sus, especially against really good running backs. And even a good offensive line. If you win the trenches, you're going to win the run game. And they need to get D-line, and if we don't sign Van Der Esch in the offseason, linebacker wouldn't be a bad position to go and draft. D-line, though, there's always you can get those guys later on. You don't have to get that in the first round. Unless you're there's always top 10 picks. That's where the big, the Jordan Davises. I know he went 5th, 16th overall. Those guys like
Will
that.
Anderson this year.
You can get a D lineman, interior guy like a nose tackle. You can get someone like that, 3rd round, 2nd round. But linebacker and middle linebacker, if they don't sign Van Der Esch, and D-line is really where the Cowboys need to prioritize on defense.
Yeah, there's a lot that needs to be solved in the offseason before the draft. Like you mentioned, Leighton Van Der Esch, are we going to re-sign him or not? He had a great year, whether people didn't like him last year or not. LB had a great year. You saw the difference when he was out the game with an injury, and then he came back in the playoffs, and we were completely different run defense, as well as Jonathan Hankins when we signed him midseason. He's kind of a space eater, a big kind of guy. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Dallas go after a guy like a younger space eater like that late in the draft, and then maybe in the mid rounds get a more talented nose tackle to flex, D tackle, playing a 3 or 5 technique, getting in and out and doing some sporadic schemes on the defensive line with Tank Lawrence and Parsons. I think what that would do is help the run game, and I think it would help lift the load off of Micah Parsons, who has had a hell of a lot of weight on his shoulders recently. Sus. You got any questions you want to ask me? Anything? Statements? Morgan Wallen album coming out. Got this for you.
That's cool.
Looks like we got another Raggy.
But yeah, any more questions, guys?
We only got one viewer in here right now, but the main goal of this YouTube live was just kind of show you all our mission and show us what we're about, show us what we're going to do. Which, if you don't want to stay for the full 30 minutes of this live stream, you've got the first 10 minutes, 10 to 15. You can kind of check in. 10 to 15 minutes out of your time to check and see what we're all about. Yeah, we'll see. We'll let you guys know if we're going to drop another podcast episode tomorrow morning of some sort. Who knows? Looks like it might be leaning closer towards the beginning of next week. Thank you, Turner. Shout out to you. One of the best COD members I've ever played with.
I was doing it up in Black Ops 2 that one day, though. Don't forget about that.
Hey, Blobs 2 tonight? What's going on?
Hey, I'm down with the shits. We can hop on that.
We can hop on it right now.
Wi-Fi is working. We just did a 30-minute live podcast. The Wi-Fi is working at the moment. Run it up, cut. All right.
So I like to hear. Respect.
Well.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll keep y'all updated. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We've got it in the comment section at the top pinned. We've got some more content for you guys coming out. Check our stories on Instagram for meme content, any other gigs, any topics we've discussed in previous podcasts, some reels, clips. Go to TikTok for clips in general and for funny content. Thank you guys for the support. We're excited to get started with this whole thing and keep it rolling and get bigger and bigger and bigger.
All right, thank you guys. You have a good night.
Appreciate it. Peace out. The Rook.
I felt better talking